When Donald Trump vowed to slap a 200% tariff on any John Deere products not made in the United States, it wasn't just policy, it was a declaration of war. A tariff, essentially a tax on imported goods, often leads to higher prices. But Trump's announcement wasn't just about economics, it was personal. The drama escalated when John Deere fired back, defying Trump's stance. What followed wasn't just a heated exchange of words. It was an all-out battle for dominance, shaking the foundations of American politics and business. But what exactly did John Deere do to provoke Trump? And how could this feud impact everyday Americans? In the world of agriculture and industry, surprises are rare. Giants like John Deere, with over a century of legacy, usually operate with steady predictability. But in this case, a corporate announcement set off a chain reaction nobody saw coming. A note to shareholders and analysts detailing financials and strategic shifts. Yet hidden within it was a message bold enough to echo across the nation. John Deere, long regarded as the heartbeat of rural America, had made a move interpreted as a direct challenge to Trump-era policies. This wasn't just a knee-jerk reaction. Deere's decision stemmed from pressing challenges: evolving global trade, a shift towards sustainable farming, and increasing pressure from international competitors. To Trump's supporters, this move was more than a corporate strategy. It was a betrayal. To John Deere, it was a calculated step forward. And for Trump, it was a call to action. Trump wasted no time making his stance clear. At a rally reminiscent of his presidential campaign days, he delivered a fiery speech that left no room for misinterpretation. With a mix of patriotic fervor and unfiltered outrage, Trump painted John Deere's decision as a betrayal of American workers and farmers, the backbone of the country. Then in true Trump fashion, he turned to Truth Social, his preferred platform, to amplify his message. As the dust settled, the battle shifted into a strategic political game. Allies of Trump echoed his rhetoric, calling for a united front against corporate betrayal. Meanwhile, critics argued that Deere's move reflected a broader shift in market demands, one that Trump's policies may have failed to address. Farmers caught in the crossfire faced an agonizing dilemma. Should they side with Trump and risk jeopardizing relationships with a vital equipment provider? Or embrace Deere's vision for sustainable farming and potentially alienate a leader they had long supported? Meanwhile, smaller companies and industry experts expressed concerns about the divisive climate, while acknowledging that the confrontation might spark much-needed discussions about the role of American businesses in a globalized economy. In today's volatile political and corporate landscape, the confrontation between John Deere and Donald Trump has sparked discussions that extend far beyond mere headlines. While some view this as a necessary evolution in corporate responsibility, others worry about the implications for businesses engaging in politically sensitive debates. Could such clashes discourage US-based companies from stepping into these waters in the future? Polling data suggests a growing public appetite for assertive corporate actions aligned with sustainability, despite political frictions. This shift reflects an evolving public expectation. While some remain loyal to Trump's traditionalist views, a notable portion seems ready to embrace forward-looking strategies that prioritize the planet and innovation. To understand the roots of this clash, it's vital to trace the foundational dynamics that brought John Deere and Donald Trump into this confrontation. John Deere, an iconic name in American agriculture, boasts a legacy stretching back to the mid-19th century. From its inception, the company has symbolized innovation and adaptability, evolving alongside America's transformation from agrarian beginnings to a global technological powerhouse. In stark contrast, Donald Trump's rise was less about machinery and more about ideals. His promise to restore American greatness was a direct appeal to industries and communities that felt left behind by globalization. For John Deere, international supply chains and markets were not just conveniences, they were lifelines. Faced with this unprecedented challenge, John Deere's leadership acted swiftly and strategically. Their initial public statements were carefully worded to reassure stakeholders, emphasizing their commitment to both innovation and sustainability, while avoiding overt political alignment. Behind the scenes, however, the company was anything but passive. Executives explored potential partnerships with tech and sustainability-focused firms to cement their position in the eco-conscious market. This proactive approach reflected a keen awareness of rising consumer demand for green technologies. Their strategy aimed to showcase the company not just as an innovator in agricultural machinery, but as a leader in sustainable corporate citizenship. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, true to his characteristic unpredictability, used the controversy to reinforce his narrative. He cast John Deere's actions as emblematic of broader corporate disloyalty, rallying his base with claims of an America under siege by profit-driven elites. Trump's strategy extended beyond rhetoric. His team likely debated whether to escalate tensions through regulatory pathways or redirect focus to other corporations with similar stances. By engaging directly with agricultural producers, Trump sought to position himself as a champion of American farmers, despite criticism that some of his policies had inadvertently hurt the sector. This dual approach allowed Trump to maintain his grassroots support while reinforcing his vision for American manufacturing and economic self-sufficiency. The economic implications of this dispute rippled across sectors. In agriculture, uncertainty loomed as farmers and producers faced potential increases in machinery costs and disruptions in trade partnerships. Investors, too, recalibrated their strategies amid warnings of potential market volatility in industries tied to environmental innovation. John Deere's focus on sustainability opened doors to new opportunities, but also attracted skepticism from traditionalists resistant to rapid change. This tension highlighted the broader challenge of balancing global business imperatives with nationalistic fervor. Beyond the corporate boardrooms and political rallies, the real impact of this conflict was felt on the ground, particularly among farmers who stood at the crossroads of tradition and progress. For older farmers, John Deere's machinery represented more than utility. It was a symbol of decades of hard work and resilience. Meanwhile, younger farmers, trained in sustainable practices, recognized the necessity of innovation, but worried about its financial feasibility. Across rural America, town halls and community gatherings became battlegrounds for fiery debates about the future of agriculture. These discussions were less about choosing sides and more about grappling with the broader implications of change. Unsurprisingly, the saga dominated media narratives. Partisan outlets framed the conflict to resonate with their audiences, either championing Trump's critique of corporate disloyalty or applauding Deere's commitment to sustainability. Social media, too, played a crucial role, with hashtags and heated debates trending across platforms. Amid the noise, everyday citizens, farmers, workers, and consumers brought essential human perspectives to the forefront. This dialogue extended beyond politics and business, sparking broader cultural conversations about corporate accountability and the role of businesses in shaping societal norms. As tensions peaked, efforts to de-escalate the situation gained urgency. Behind closed doors, Deere's leadership initiated quiet talks with Trump's team, seeking common ground. Agricultural advocacy groups and third-party mediators also stepped in, emphasizing the potential for mutually beneficial outcomes. Proposals ranged from collaborative innovation initiatives to federal incentives for companies investing in both domestic manufacturing and sustainability. These efforts highlighted a shared vision for economic growth that didn't sacrifice environmental responsibility. The resolution of this dispute left a lasting legacy, offering valuable insights for businesses, policymakers, and citizens alike. For John Deere, the experience underscored the importance of balancing heritage with adaptability. Investments in precision agriculture and sustainable technologies became central to their future strategy. For Trump, the clash highlighted the need for nuanced approaches in engaging with corporate America. His ability to balance assertive leadership with constructive dialogue would shape his future dealings with the business community. On a broader scale, the saga catalyzed discussions about globalization, sustainability, and the evolving relationship between politics and business. It reinforced the need for collaboration and compromise in navigating an increasingly complex world. What do you think about the ongoing saga between John Deere and Donald Trump? Does it signal progress toward a future where companies take a bold stand on sustainability and innovation? Or is it a warning of deeper divisions between political ideologies and corporate strategies? This clash raises critical questions about the role of businesses in shaping societal values, the balance between tradition and progress, and the long-term impact of these conflicts on industries like agriculture. We'd love to hear your perspective. Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation.